Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your boy J Rock. So, I'm gonna be hitting you with a Netflix review. Now, what I mean by that is, I'm gonna be reviewing a Netflix original TV series. It's an animated series. Now, the source material isn't made by Netflix. I believe it was originally a novel. If I'm not mistaken, I'm not 100% sure on it. Maybe I should check right now, and then I'll just post a screenshot. If it was or wasn't. Okay, now before we get to that, let's get to our sponsor. What we drinking today? Uh, let's do some. This is Rancho Escondido. That means like hidden ranch in English. I just noticed this. It's 28% alcohol. It's not your usual 40 what the tequila does, so it's a little bit on the. It's not as potent. I don't know how I feel about that quite yet. It's sitting 56 proof, and it has agave liquor. If you know what that means, agave liquor, it means it's straight from the cactus itself. So let's try this out. How's that? It's looking proper right there, right? We'll mix that up with Sprite. How's that look? That look good? Looks alright to me right there. Nah, this is what I hear. I don't know. You mix the dark liquor with the clear drink, and you mix the dark drink with the clear liquor. I always just randomly do whatever. Okay, so now let's get to the important thing, to the review here. Okay, now this is somewhat inspired by Game of Thrones, which is always a good thing. But then it sort of draws its own path, and I like that. It's if you like Game of Thrones, you'll enjoy this. It's a less grown-up version of Game of Thrones, so kids can watch and enjoy it. After all, it is a animated cartoon series. Now here you got very likable characters, and they're all different from one another. They all have their own voice. They're all different enough where you could probably guess which character did what when if they were to describe something to you, like, oh, that sounds like so and so, or that sounds like so and so. They're which I really enjoy. They're not a lot of cookie cutter personalities where like 10 of them all like similar. Now here the villain is very smartly written. By smart, I don't mean like it's like all brainy and all he says intelligent stuff. I mean, they wrote him in a way where it's not told to you he's the villain. You know what I mean? Like he seems like one of the good guys, one of the group, and you gotta start catching on to the shit he's doing, and it's not pointed out to you, oh, he just did that, that's bad, or he just did this. You don't have one of the characters pointed out. You just gotta figure it out on your own. Like, hey, this guy's not exactly good. So it gives you enough time to figure that out on your own to like episode 4 or 5. Like around episode 4, it points out. Then he starts pointing it out and say, well, I'm the villain, and it's very clear. But it gives you enough time to figure it out on your own. If you didn't by then, you should have, because then it's gonna start pointing it out and being a little more obvious and becoming a little bit more of a cartoon villain. You know, just like in real life. In real life, you have people that are good for you to be around, and you got people that are bad for you. The people that are bad for you, they're not gonna be telling you I'm bad for you and I'm not a good person. I'm doing shit to fuck you over. You gotta kind of just figure it out by the shit they say or the shit they do. That's what this does. So the villain's also, you know, he's a real asshole. Like, he's not likable, but he's not supposed to be. He's the villain, and they did a real good job with him as well. Also, when characters are figuring this out that he's bad and so forth, I like that they don't dumb one character down to make the other one seem smarter. Like, one character's not smart all the time, then all of a sudden you make him do something really stupid to make the villain look like, oh, he's such a genius. No, they keep the smart guy smart, and you gotta figure out a way to make the villain even smarter and get one up on him. So I like that they don't conveniently like a genius that he misses something obvious to make the villain do whatever bad shit he's gonna do and move the story along. They don't do that here. Like, they point out when people catch on to his shit once the story starts coming along, they'll point out, hey, I don't trust you, I'm not doing this, and you gotta figure out a way for the villain to still get his way, even though everybody knows what he's trying to do. So I thought it was very smartly written as far as all that goes. There's also like there's a lot of strong female characters here. If you like a strong female protagonist, you're gonna get one here, which I'm always down with that. I'm down with just a guy, as a girl that's the main character. I don't care as long as they're entertaining. One thing though, I'm not one to like point this out a lot or complain about this type of stuff a lot or like search for it. But there was at times where it seemed a little sexist. Like every white male that comes out here is always either really dumb or really incompetent. Like they can never just be a regular person, except unless it's like a kid. Which I thought I started noticing it later. I was like, if I notice it, I go and I don't look for this stuff. But it didn't ruin the story for me or anything. After when I started noticing that, I was like, I wonder if this was written by a woman, like just by the stuff that was happening sometimes with the guys. It's like whenever you wanted to make one of the girls look smarter or something, you just bring along one of the guys to do something stupid to make her look more genius, you know, or make them just screw something up and be real incompetent so that girl could come to the rescue and be like the smart one. I noticed they went to that well more often than not. It kind of became like a trope, sort of. But overall, this was very enjoyable. Also, I liked that there was a point where the main protagonist, the girl here, she's a real badass. I like her, and the story's self-aware. The writer points that out. He goes like he has the other characters point it out. You're such a badass. You're perfect at everything. You're the smartest at solving puzzles, at fighting, at working magic, whatever. You're just amazing. And then when they pointed that out, I was like, yeah, they kind of do make her all perfect. But right when they do that, they have that girl point out her flaws. Like she'll say, in case you haven't noticed, I've been screwing up. I did this. I did this. She also points out, you know, she's been making mistakes during the course of the series, which was good because she makes mistakes, but they don't constantly point them out. So she does. There's a scene where she kind of points out everything she's been screwing up on, and I like that. You know, broken characters or characters with flaws are always good. That way, during the course of the series, there will be character growth and she'll have chances to redeem herself and improve as a person. You need all that in a story because when somebody's already perfect and everything, they can become boring, like Captain America. But anyways, yeah, overall it's very enjoyable. Like I said, there was a few things like okay, you might wanna turn the video off here because I'm gonna give you a few spoilers here. They're not really that spoiler heavy, but they are a little important. It starts off where they're trying to save a egg and it's a dragon egg, like Game of Thrones. Then it starts a war, and like I said, there's a few Game of Thrones type of things mixed in there. But overall, like I said, I think it runs about 9 episodes, which was good. It's pretty good, man. I give this like a 8.5 out of 10. I give it somewhere around there. Definitely check it out. I know there's a She-Ra series coming out, and this kind of reminded me of that, the art style a little bit. I hope the She-Ra series is as good as this series was, so we could shut up all the critics, man. The art is subjective. We're not all gonna like the same art style. I'm one of those that I like the old She-Ra design better than this new one they're going for. But it's not something I'm gonna bitch about all day. It's like, you know what, that's not what I would have gone with, but that's fine. This is not for me. It's meant for other kids. And if the new generation likes it, then we keep it going. We get more comics. Anyways, my point was, if it's as good as this series was, I'll be happy. Okay, so that's all I got. If you ain't already subscribed, hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell if you like the content. You wanna see more reviews on series on Netflix or anything. Let me know in the comments down below if there's series you like, you might want me to give my opinion on. Throw them down there. I'm looking for some new stuff to watch. I've been checking out some anime, and that's been getting my attention into wanting to start collecting some manga. So yeah, I might be doing that. Also, check out my descriptions down below. Follow me on Twitter. I'm always active on Twitter. I post a comment at least one a day. A lot of times more than one. Also follow me on Goodreads. You know, I like to read. I do reviews on them on Goodreads. So if you read books or whatever, follow me there, and I'll follow you back. Check out your reviews if you write any on the books you have. Also, a great way to keep track of what you've read or what you've bought, what you collect. Okay, that's all I got for today, and I'll just check you guys out next time.